Hey you guys, so I've been wanting to film one of these videos for a while. Let me get comfortable in this bed. I've been wanting to film one of these ideas I had in mind of doing a conspiracy theory video. And now we got some direct sunlight coming. I probably should be sitting in front of the sunlight, but it's okay. It's still looking good. It's not looking like it's, unclear, like the last video I filmed. Sorry about the quality in that one. But today I am doing a little fun theory. This is not like a serious theory, but a little fun theory to the song by Jonas Brothers called Hollywood.
There are many. This may be one of the biggest things to happen in your life so far. Let's take a look at what it looked like from the air early this morning. People have been lining up out here since last night.
I broke down the lyrics, and I feel like some of the lyrics are exposing Hollywood and maybe the media. So if you guys love conspiracy theories, don't take my conspiracy theory too seriously. This is just some of the stuff that I found just listening to the song. And I'm going to give you a song conspiracy theory about Hollywood by the Jonas Brothers. So if you guys love conspiracy theories, I could do another one of these, but I probably won't do too many of these because should get the government after me. But anyways, if you guys like this idea, please comment, rate, and subscribe. And I'm not gonna make this intro too long because it already is. So. Okay, so I broke up the parts of the song that I felt was really interesting. I also took notice of some comments I saw. So let's just get off with the basics in the beginning. The song was recorded in 2007. The album that the song was on was released in August 2007. They were signed previously before they signed to Hollywood Records, which I think that's when they put out this album. They signed with Hollywood Records on February 2007. It didn't tell me when. I tried to find out what exact date, but it just told me February 2007. And the reason why that I was, getting all this information is because I was trying to find some outside information about the song, but I only could find so much, and it wasn't Wikipedia about the song because I guess it wasn't a single. And as you guys can see, I have like highlights and like little notes and stuff, so that way I could be able to convey this conspiracy theory perfectly. So the first part that I have that kind of like stood out to me was as time was ticking. What do you mean by as time was ticking? I don't know if they felt like this fame was going to be short-lived. I don't know. I just kind of put question marks by that one because I didn't really have a commentary on that part. We were winning and it was all going as planned. We were winning and all was going as planned. And so I said, I felt like that lyric just kind of jumped out to me and said, they were, the fame, the winning. It was going great. They had the fans, the fame, the girls, everything was going great. Next part that I took was try to break us and make us fall apart, but the fires in our hearts remain as some memories because we're gone. I said you, as in I highlighted you and I separated you from like the rest of the lyrics because I was like, that stood out to me. So, who is trying to break the Jonas Brothers apart? Now, I know you guys are just thinking it's just a song. You're taking it like you're getting a little too deep on it, Monique. But I thought it'd be kind of fun to see it as like if it was a way of like them exposing Hollywood. Anyways, who? Hollywood? Disney? Who is trying to break you guys apart? And if you think about it like this, I did make some notes at the bottom because when it says break us and make us fall apart, I put down there, I was like, Justin Timberlake. I wanna see you out that door, baby, bye, bye, bye. Talk to me, boy. No disrespect, I don't mean no harm. Beyonce.
Kidding me, I need a soldier that ain't scared to stand up. Got me looking so crazy in love.
Omarion.
Maybe there is something that I need. Touch. Take it off.
They were all a part of like big groups, and everybody tried to push one artist out there in the middle. They tried to push the lead singer out so much, and you ever wonder how JT was like the pushed one in the NSYNC, and then Omarion was the pushed one in B2K, and then Beyonce was the pushed one and Destiny Child. It doesn't mean that the other artists weren't as great, but these were people that were like, they were like the ones that you knew for a fact when they went solo, that you already knew by just watching the group that you knew that those were going to be the ones to break out and go solo and do nuts. So maybe, Hollywood thought maybe, I don't know, one of the boys was the one that they wanted to push. Because if you also, I don't know if you guys know a lot about New Edition, but Ralph Tresvant was the Beyonce, JT, and Omarion of the group. Everybody wanted him to go solo. So, a lot of times they try to push people to go solo in groups after a while because, that's their moneymaker. So I don't know if they were trying to push Nick or Joe out to be, because, Joe was the lead singer, so I don't know if they were trying to push Nick or Joe out to be that solo artist. But the fires in our hearts meant, no matter what, which we don't know who you is, could be Hollywood, could be Disney, whoever's trying to break them apart, they will never stop doing what they're doing because they love being singers. They love singing, they love their group, they love their band, they love their fans, they love working with their brothers. So I guess no matter what you tried to do to break them apart and make them fall apart, they were still going to be on top, and they were still going to be Jonas Brothers, and they were still going to be friends and brothers. And I kind of find it weird because why would they sing a song about people trying to break them apart and then talk about how no matter what they still love what they're doing? The fires in your heart, when you're really passionate about doing something, when you're passionate about singing, when you're passionate about when you're passionate about singing and being on stage and doing this lifestyle, when you're passionate about something that you're doing, you have a fire in your heart that, won't ever stop. But the part that really stood out to me was when they kept saying, we're gone, so gone. Are they done with, Hollywood trying to control them? And, just thoughts in my head. Don't take none of this stuff seriously. The next part, hold back your thoughts and live like robots. Because we all know what goes on. Now, this part really stood out to me as well, too. What I noted was hold back your thoughts and live like robots. I said, okay, so with the hold back your thoughts, I thought to myself, I was like, a lot of times celebrities don't have a voice. They're voiceless. Sometimes people like to think that celebrities, are just these unhuman people, but they see a lot of stuff going on, and you see when some people open their mouth and talk a lot about stuff like Michael Jackson. I'm not saying he's killed by the Illuminati. I don't know if I specifically believe that theory, but I do believe that Michael Jackson was exposing a lot of people, and the government didn't like that. A lot of people are coming out there and exposing stuff. You see it's a lot of times when people try to come out and, share stuff when it comes to, AIDS. There's AIDS and there's an AIDS epidemic, and there was a person that was trying to give an AIDS cure, and the government had to go shut him up. So I feel like maybe they had thoughts about what was going on in Hollywood or had things they wanted to say about what was going on, but they couldn't necessarily say anything because, you have to hold your thoughts back. And then you have to live like robots. Living like robots just basically means celebrities are expected to live like they're not human beings. Like they're just robots that have to just get up every morning and do it again and again and again. And they have to be happy. They have to be perfect. They have to be posh. They have to be this, that, and the other. So I felt like the Jonas Brothers was kind of saying you just have to, hold your thoughts back. Don't say how you feel about things and just be robots. And when they said we all know what goes on, I put in question mark, Illuminati, pedophiles, controlling, all of that. We'll never know whether Jonas Brothers really, I thought Jonas Brothers probably knew what was going on in Hollywood because there's a lot of pedophiles, people selling their souls to the devil, and a lot of controlling, and a lot of people not being able to make the music and make the art and do what they do and enjoy. I mean, Lauren Haregi said it best. She said in the video, they worked, when they were under Simon and Sicko, they were worked like slaves. So it's not uncommon that Jonas Brothers could possibly be exposing Hollywood and saying they want us to live like robots and not, share our thoughts and, we know what goes on. The next that I picked was headlines, prime time, saying what a story. story. So, the media's like, oh my God, what a story. The Jonas Brothers, they're these cute boys from Jersey, and they make music, and they were discovered in a barbershop. Their story is being blown up everywhere. Then the next part that I mentioned, Billboard's pack tours. Billboards, they're making music, they're going on tours, but they say don't forget. And when they said don't forget, that really stood out to me, because I was like, they're trying to say, hey, everybody's saying what an amazing group we are, and you see us on the Billboard charts, and you see us going on tour, but please don't forget that these people are trying to break us apart, us fall apart, make us break up. We still have a fire in our hearts, so we're not going to let them tear us down. And they were just like, hey, don't forget, you see all the glitz and glam, but don't forget, this is what they're trying to do to us. Don't forget it. Another part, so this is where the rap would go, I guess. I don't know what you would call this. Game over, you're done. So I put in quotations Columbia Records, because I was like, before they were with Hollywood, which Hollywood Records is probably fishy too. So I'm not trying to make them seem like they were the better option, but maybe some stuff went down with Columbia Records. So when they say game over, we're done, are they trying to say game over, Columbia, we're done? We won. So maybe them leaving Columbia, because remember, Columbia, I read up on how Columbia Records wanted to stop pushing the brothers. So I wonder why they wanted to stop pushing the brothers. And that's more to look into. Why did they say we won? What did you win? So did they leave something that they knew that was because probably working on the Disney, it probably was still a lot of crap going on that they peeped and stuff. So I'm not saying Hollywood Records was any better, Disney was any better, but what did they win? And I don't know what they say about Hollywood, Here We Come. But maybe when they said Hollywood, because think about it, the song is called Hollywood, so maybe this was their goodbye, or maybe this is what they're exposing of Columbia Records, because I think Columbia Records, if I'm not mistaken, let me do my research before I go off on a tangent and say something that isn't true. Columbia Records. Yes, okay, I knew it. So Columbia Records is owned by Sony, and we all know Michael says Sony is evil. So what if, just hypothetically, just came up with this in my head, do not take any of my theories legit. What if they said game over, you're done, we won, Hollywood, Here We Come, to say maybe Columbia Records was trying to do some evil stuff. They were trying to, treated them so poorly that this was their way of saying, when they said Hollywood, Here We Come, Hollywood Records, Here We Come. And, Jonas Brothers speak highly of Disney and Hollywood Records. So they really do speak highly of the company. So I couldn't find any tea about the company being, bad in the Jonas Brothers' eyes. But maybe this was their way of saying, game over, Columbia Records, we're done, we won, Hollywood Records, here we come. Mind blown. Okay, barely seeing contradicting. They said, and barely seeing contradicting. Maybe they didn't see what was going on for what it was. If Columbia Records is the reason that they wrote this song as a exposing Columbia Records, Hollywood, and all that jazz. Because there's two reasons. When I first heard this song, I'm thinking they're exposing Hollywood. But now I'm looking at maybe they're exposing Columbia Records and saying, here we come, Hollywood Records. Maybe they felt contradicting. The definition of contradicting, which I'll give you guys the definition of contradicting. If you know what a contradiction is deny the truth. So, maybe they were just trying to deny it. They're on the top of their game. Their first album does well. Everybody's going oh my God, it's the Jonas Brothers. And they probably didn't see all of this coming. And maybe this is either them just exposing Hollywood or exposing Hollywood and Columbia Records and saying, well, welcome to Hollywood Records. Because, when they say Hollywood, Here We Come, what is the name of Disney's record company? Hollywood Records. So I don't know. You guys give me your thoughts and opinions on this. Anything that stood out to you. I mean, it's kind of weird that the Jonas Brothers would make a song like this and it just mean nothing. Like, come on now. You can try to break us and make us fall apart. It just seemed, when I listened to this song back, I think like a year or two ago, maybe last year, I listened to the song and I just could not like fathom that they would write a song like this and it mean nothing. So yeah, that was my little conspiracy theory about this song. There's also La La Land by Demi Lovato that also exposes Hollywood. So if you guys like me to do a dissection, a conspiracy theory on that, definitely comment that down below because I'm willing to do more of these. I'm not going to do too many because like I said, I ain't trying to, you know, be a conspiracy account. But I love conspiracy theories and this was one that was kind of creative. I never seen nobody really address this song and how it was exposing Hollywood and maybe their old for farewell to Columbia Records and their hi to Hollywood Records because I mean the song was released right when they dropped, right around the time that they dropped Columbia Records and got with Hollywood Records. So who knows if Jonas Brothers was trying to expose Columbia Records, Sony, Hollywood, and then when they got with Disney. I'm not saying Hollywood Records was any better, but you know they only speak highly of the group. So maybe Hollywood Here We Come is their homage to Hollywood Records. So who knows?
I ain't even think of leaving sometimes. I ain't even think of letting go.